I just kind of want to put some paper there. Yeah. I just need to, my only thing is if I miss that paper in the thing. Oh, okay. Well, without it, it could technically symbolize like there's nothing left. She went to grab it and she didn't. Genius! And I think this is diaconal. Yeah. I can give it a crack a lack. And also, do you think these pants a neutral colour? I don't know. Just a plain white top or something. I actually, sorry, I have this green top. Hey, this is Jenna in the present moment. I know, crazy. I'm 18. This is the first time I've actually recorded properly, like sat down and recorded for a while. So we're here to talk about my major study performance. Now, I had to watch this video back and like kind of go through in my head like what was going on, kind of put myself back in the year 12 mind frame, and it's a bit it's pretty cool to go back and kind of think about it and look at it. So this is a little overview of what my major study is about. I'm going to be talking over the top of some clips. Yeah, it'll be what it'll be. Pretty much major study performance in dance for the dance subject for HSC is pretty much major study. You get to choose performance, composition, composition. I just remember I had to choose between performance, composition, and then there was, video dance, I'm pretty sure is one of them. I had to choose between those three. And pretty much it's like composition, you make up a dance, performance, you perform a dance, and video dance is you make a dance and record it and make it into like a symbolic video. Kind of cool. Very cool if you do it right. And there's other components to dance as well, but we're just focusing on the major side. There's also the core subjects. So you have core appreciation, core performance, core composition, and then the major study, if that kind of makes sense. So you have the major, which is like your major work. Then you have your 3 core subjects. Hope that makes sense. If you're a dancer, you know. If you're not, fingers crossed you understand that. I think it's pretty simple. I didn't understand it though when I did year 11 and 12. So I do now that it's over, which is great. I chose major study performance because I didn't have to rack my brain for choreography, and it was just the better choice for me creatively, and pretty much it allows you a lot of freedom. So what was my major performance about? So my piece was called Leaving Someone You Love, which was very personal to me as I chose to leave a relationship even though I loved that person. I got to express it in a dance way, and I used Miles Carter is his name, used his song Leaving Someone You Love. I found that I really connected to that song, especially during that time period. I found it after that relationship ended. My phone just like ran out of storage, so I had to delete some stuff, and hopefully we're good. I'm gonna try and keep it pacey. So the intent of my work was to show the audience the process and reasoning behind and thoughts that go into leaving someone you love and making that decision, and the effects that can have on a person. And it was kind of like section 1 is in the love bubble, like I love this person, of course I'm not gonna leave them, and Miles Carter's voice is kind of like the voice of reason, like the person who's kind of telling her what needs to happen, and she's like no, I'm in the love bubble, I'm so happy over here, I love this person so much. And this was a very real thing for me. I was like no, I'm so happy. And then the middle is kind of like, oh fuck, I am not happy. The rose-colored glasses are still there, but it's not all I'm seeing. There's also real life glasses, my own glasses. It's kind of like, oh crap, okay, this person isn't everything I thought they were. I'm struggling to come to terms with that. It's a bit more rigid, so it's kind of like ignoring, denial over here, section 1, and then it's kind of like realization here, and then section 3, can you guess what it is? Letting it go, accepting it, letting it go, doing what's best for you, even though it might hurt another person. And I feel like that is the hardest thing, and I actually feel like it's something we can all take into our own lives in general. It's one of those things where it's like people aren't going to understand why, but if it's leaving someone you love because you love yourself, and I think people are here to teach us things for a reason, and I actually was able to work through this situation in my life and reflect and accept what had happened by doing this dance as well. So I feel like a really good advice for any dancers there that are doing this: choose something that you do connect to, because it makes it, 1, easier to dance, 2, easier to come up with the medium to kind of work from, and 3, like, your connection will show to the markers, the audience. Like, it'll be really, really, really good in terms of the emotion side of it. And I feel like that's one thing that gets lost a lot, especially in school, like, because it's a subject, people kind of lose that kind of love for dance, whereas this was like my kind of opportunity to kind of learn how to accept what had happened through my movement, and working with my teacher to come up with this beautiful dance that had me ripping paper on stage. So we actually added that in because my teacher, I didn't want any props or anything. And then she asked me and she was like, Jenna, how do you feel about props? I was like, I hadn't actually thought about them. Anyway, so we ended up with a bench. So you're sitting at a park, and then there's a stack of paper, right? The paper can symbolize, it kind of symbolizes the relationship, but it can be reading old love letters, opening a letter from a lover, reading journal entries or writing a journal entry, all of this like happening at the park bench. You're kind of reflecting on this relationship and coming to terms with the decision you need to make. That's kind of what that represents. And it actually was really fun. It was my first time, apart from working with like chairs and boxes and stuff, it was my first time working with like a proper like prop. Like the first time I had something to interact with, apart from drama. Like, I'm speaking purely in dance, but I think there's some really, really beautiful moments. There was a lot of paper lost in the process, to say the least. There was so much paper, but all scrap paper, all went into recycling. It's fine. I need some water.
Just a little heads up, I'm pretty sure this is my trial HSC video that's playing.
I don't know if you've gathered this, but me and performing arts, I really love to connect to my pieces, because I feel like performing arts is something that is meant to be emotional. And again, I feel like a lot of people, especially in school, lose that, or it's too focused. Like, I feel like it's too focused on the assessment part of it instead of actually bringing the emotion to the table. Because I feel like emotion can make a world of difference. It did for me personally, but that's also how I work. I work better when there's strong driving emotions. But this one for me, major study performance, was a really great opportunity for me to process this situation in my life and also share it with other people. And kind of like what I'm doing now, I'm sharing it again in a different way, so that it might be able to shed some light and some understanding for some people out there to choose to love themselves and let a person go if they're not meant to be, or choose yourself for that moment. And again, leaving someone you love, like, that's hard to do. That's hard to do on any plane. In terms of HSC, I got a pretty good mark for this performance. I did my best with the time that I had, and as well, like, I was dancing pretty much like almost every day during HSC and like grad and all my trials and performances and stuff. So I was pretty worn out and pretty tired all the time. So as well, you've got to take in that consideration, and then nerves on assessment days and stuff. Like, I think all of us students do pretty well, especially in an environment that's... Oh my god, my storage. I just had to buy 2 terabytes just because of this storage thing. It's actually insane, because all my YouTube videos I'm recording on 4K, so they're all taking up space, and I have so many videos. Half of them are on my laptop, so they're not even on my phone anymore, but I've kept recording more, just all taking up space. So for round 3. Let's do it. I don't really know where I left off. I'm gonna talk about the music choice. So I used, obviously, Leaving Someone You Love by Miles Carter. And then I also so I spliced that into the 3 sections, right? And then I stole music from 3 different other songs as like a musical interlude between each section. And it's kind of crispy. I'm kind of proud of myself that I did that. I did it all on my own. I sourced all my music. So we have section 1. So that's Miles Carter's song, Leaving Someone You Love. Then we have transition 1. And then we have section 2, transition 2. Section 3, outro.
And so, section 1, Leaving Someone You Love, transition. I can't remember the song name, but I used it. Section 2, Miles Carter, transition.
The instrumentation at the beginning of Post Malone's, what is it called? Love, Hate Letter to Alcohol. That song, I used the instrumentation for that transition because it's very intense. It's very turmoily. It's bum, 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 you know? So that was transition 2, and then section 3, Miles Carter again. And it just, the words, the lyrics is what gets me with that song. It's so great. And then the transition out was, what am I doing? Jenna, insert this. Transition 1 is Under It. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. By a Dutch person who I cannot remember for the life of me his name. But the outro song was, I believe it's called Breathe by Sam Willis. But yeah, so it was pretty great dance. I really enjoyed it. Like, I actually, once I understood how the dance worked and felt it with my body, it was really good for me to learn that and getting to work with a prop for the first time. So that was pretty awesome. Helped me heal some of my own things.
And that is the end of the video recording because I kept running out of storage. Anyway, I think this is one of the best rehearsals of this dance I ever did. Dare I say, better than my actual performances ever. And yeah, I'm going to show you the actual video now, like my HSE performance day, and I guess I'll just do the music over it. So this is my HSE performance night. I came up with the lights, costume, do the dance with my teacher, etc. I'll be voicing over the music, I guess. If you decide to leave someone, do do do, 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 do do do. This is a lot of words. So admit to this. Knowing it's okay to leave someone you love. Rip. Nostalgia is a liar in the way that it montages our memories whilst omitting our truths, and the truth is... Okay, this is a really good lyric. No one is entitled to any part of you for any more time than you are comfortable sharing yourself. So be selfish, knowing there is a universe within you and not everyone is obligated to something. Section 2, baby, and learn to let go. Oh, and learn to let go. There we go. one to let go. No one to let go. No one to let go. Yeah, this bit's confusing with the little accents. This is Post Malone. Did you see what I mean with that little sneak peek there? And end of intensity. And if you decide to stay, let it be a mutual love that keeps you here. Do not sacrifice your peace for the happiness of another. In fear of hurting, they will hurt, and they will heal. Something else. You will heal, and in time, you will realize that you are living with the one you thought you couldn't live without. Oh, there you go. Brum. Dum, 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 dum. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Oh, boom, boom, boom. Ta-da! Yeah, so that's my major performance. This was a bit of a shocking video to edit, I'm not gonna lie, it was a bit of a struggle, so apologies for the clunkiness. I will upload all the songs in order correctly in the right timeline, because I did not think through of how to explain any of it, and I just jumped in and did it. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed my acapella.